When I visited the old castle, an unexpected silence met me at the gate. A silence so deep it felt as though it had been waiting for centuries. There were no guards standing tall in armor, no royal banners fluttering in the wind, no king surveying his kingdom, no queen walking through decorated halls. The castle I entered had no glory in motion, only the memory of it. And as I stepped inside, I realized that here history itself is the only living thing left. The stones beneath my feet were worn smooth, touched by countless footsteps before mine. Each step I took seemed to echo a distant time, as if the castle was breathing out its past. On the walls, the old stones felt worn, almost alive, as though they remembered every whisper, every command, every celebration, and every moment of sorrow that once filled these chambers. They spoke without sound, telling me there was once a king, a ruler who walked these halls with pride and certainty. I wandered deeper into the corridors, long, narrow, shadowed. Once, these paths might have been alive with soldiers marching, servants hurrying, the sound of metal meeting metal, and announcements spreading across the rooms. But now, the only footsteps were mine. The stillness felt like a curtain that had fallen long ago, leaving behind only traces of a life that had faded into dust. In the courtyard, the wind moved gently across the broken stones. Where music once played, where royal ceremonies once echoed, there was now only the quiet rustle of leaves and the soft cry of birds passing overhead. I closed my eyes and imagined the courtyard in its golden age. Colorful flags, polished armor, trumpets ringing, and people gathering with excitement. But when I opened my eyes again, the truth returned. The king was gone. The queen was gone. The guards were gone. Even a power that once stretched from this place to distant lands. Nothing survived except the memory of it. As I entered the great hall, the space felt enormous and empty. Sunlight fell through tall, arched windows, casting long, soft beams across the floor where royal feasts were once held. The hall had no thrones now, no grand table, no golden decorations, yet the castle did not feel abandoned. Instead, it felt like it was quietly holding on to every moment that shaped it, an ancient storyteller waiting for someone to listen. I placed my hand on one of the large stones in the wall. It felt old, cold, but strong, a survivor from a world that had transformed countless times. And in that moment, I understood something. The stone was not just a part of the building, it was a witness to power, to glory, to victory, to fear, and to the slow, inevitable passing of all things. Rooms that once held secrets now held only dust. Windows that once framed rulers now framed the sky. Passages that once guided armies now guided silence. Yet, as I walked through them, I felt the presence of history wrap around me, not frightening, not haunted, but deeply human. A reminder that everything powerful eventually becomes quiet, and everything loud eventually becomes a memory. Standing at the edge of the castle, overlooking the lands below, I imagined the king looking out with the same view centuries ago, believing his authority would last forever. But time is a gentle thief, taking away crowns, titles, and kingdoms, leaving behind only the structures that once sheltered them. And so, when I looked at those old stones again, they seemed to whisper softly, "Once there was a king. Once this was his world. But now the castle belongs to the wind, the light, and the quiet rhythm of time. It stands not as a monument to power, but as a reminder of its impermanence. A reminder that everything, every throne, every war, every celebration, eventually becomes a story told only by the stones that survive." And as I walked away, leaving the castle behind, I felt a strange peace, because in its silence, the castle had shared something valuable, a truth carried not by rulers, but by ruins, that history is the final king, and the past never truly disappears. It simply waits patiently for someone to listen.